I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie Contact?
Yes. Is it the
So,
alien one where she falls through the? Yeah.
well, that for me was what it was like. So I went, it was like I was on a craft. It was like I was shooting really, really quickly through time and space. And I saw that movie 2 weeks after I'd had the near death experience. And when I saw it, I just sat there and bawled. It was like, that's what I saw. But it was like me going, I was a lot of shaking going on. I wasn't in any pain. I was shooting very quickly up. I love the night sky because it's like that's home. And I was part of everything. I was like, I was part of space. But I was like, times of being really quick and other times of being slow. It was like being on this roller coaster in one way, but then I was part of all of the galaxies. So I could see the stars up close, but then I would slow and I was just like I was floating. Next thing you know, I was getting sucked through like a black hole and going through really, really fast. And then I ended up getting into
Terrifying. It sounds terrifying.
it. Yeah, I suppose at the time it was. Now I've come back. It's kind of like, wow, that was a pretty cool journey. Then I went through like this tunnel, and when I was going through the tunnel, there was a lot of other people, but it was like the pinhole, and then it was just the light was getting brighter and brighter, and I more or less came up and landed in what looked like a meadow, and the grass was a bit greener than I'm sorry, a bit taller than, it was about this tall, so probably I don't know about 15 centimeters tall. It was a bit of a breeze. It was just swaying back and forth in the breeze. And there was all these people lined up in front of me. And there was like a little privet hedge. And there was like a little opening in the privet hedge. And there was these two people on the other side. And they were letting everybody come through. And it was my turn to go through. And I'm one of those people, I hate people when they push in front of you in the deli line or, it's, I always wait. So I'm standing there and it was my turn to go through. And the people on the other side of this hedge, and I could have jumped the hedge easily. It wasn't that tall, and they were all just, everything just looked so happy and joyous, and all I could feel was love. I just felt so at peace, and the colors look more vibrant than what they are here. And I remember them saying, no, you can't come through now. And I was really angry. I was like, what do you mean? I'm here. They all went through. Why can't I come through? And they said, turn around. So I turned around, and it was like I was up in the sky, and then I could see my husband and my three children on the ground pointing up. And they were saying to my husband, the two older ones were saying, where's mummy? Where's mummy? And he said, mummy's not coming back now. She's in heaven. Or she's gone to heaven. And so still get emotional.
I know, I can tell. Sorry.
That's all right. But yeah, it was
And that
weird
pulled
because
you back. That
yeah,
that
it pulled me
yeah.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I woke up in the hospital, and the nurse was shaking me because I'd said to her that I might, that I was going to the light, and she was saying, not on my shift. Too much paperwork. So it's just mucking around. And and then after that, the 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 doctors came and asked me what happened, and because I told them just before they knocked me out that I was going to die, and they just said, "Oh well, and why do you think that?" And I said, "Because I'm psychic and I had a vision," and they didn't believe me. But then afterwards, they asked me what I saw, and then I was in hospital for a month. I was not supposed to be in for 3 days, but I was so sick I was in for a month. And then they said I could go home, and I could see I had this new gift after that, and I could see this great big black spot on my left hand side. And they said to me, I said that black spot's not gone. And they said, oh, don't worry, you'll be fine. And I ended up coming home and got an infection, and they discovered it was a vault hematoma, and I had to get rushed back to hospital again.
What's a
And
vault hematoma? Some
so
sort
it's
of a bruise.
a big blood clot.
Oh,
And then
okay.
it got infected, and so then I ended up being back in hospital. And yeah, so from that point onwards, things really, really started to shift.